Good afternoon, Central State, and welcome to the Marauder Land News Update. I'm Keante Lewis.
And I'm Shaniyah Hubbard.
Central State students got a chance to witness Greek life on campus as 4 of the 5 fraternities welcome newcomers to their organizations. It's all part of Greek probate season. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated welcomed in their newest additions to their organization, which took place at various locations on campus. We even had the opportunity to speak with a new member of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated organization.
Robertson Auditorium transformed into the Wild Wild West Tuesday night. The Office of the Marauder Leadership and Engagement puts on the Royal Western for Mr. and Mrs. CSU pageant. Contestants put on their best ballroom attire and showcasing into the audience. They were also asked how would they make Central State a better place. Additionally, they would wow their peers with their outstanding talents. The Royal Court for the 2024-2025 school year are Mr. and Miss Sophomore Nassan Jackson and Zakiah Thomas, Mr. and Miss Junior Nathan Hart and Zakiah Smith, Mr. Senior Javante Neal, and Mr. and Miss Central State University Isaiah Akins and Brianne Lovelace. The attires for the evening section were nice, don't you agree?
Definitely. Those contestants came dressed to impress, and I really appreciate the hard work and dedication that you can tell that was put into that pageant. Everyone couldn't go home with a win, but just seeing them go out there and put their best foot forward in front of the entire school was impressive. Speaking of wins, Central State men's volleyball got a big-time win against its conference rival and is now moving on in the SEAC Volleyball Championship after defeating Edward Waters in Morehouse yesterday.
While the track and field team showed up and performed in the Mount Olive Trojan invite, here's Kymani, Colquitt, and Dora Black with your Marauder Sports Report.
Good afternoon, Central State. I'm Kymani Colquitt.
And I'm Dora Black with your Marauder Sports Report.
Hey, Dora, did you hear about that huge W we took home last week against Kentucky State University here at our gym on our senior night, winning 3-0?
I did, and it's got the block hot since that's our HBCU rival.
Yes, good thing we took home that W.
I know, right? Let's get into the sports report.
K-State claimed the first match 25-21, but the Maroon and Gold claimed the next 3, winning 25-20, 25-22, and 25-15. Alan Taminochi led the home team with 14 kills, while Tooman Williams IV finished with 7 blocks, and Ian Ford had an outstanding game of his own with 27 assists. The Marauders also picked up a pair of wins in the SEAC Men's Volleyball Championship in Jacksonville, Florida yesterday as they took out Morehouse College 3-0 and Edward Waters 3-1. CSU is currently playing Fort Valley State in the tournament. We'll bring you coverage of that game in our next newscast next week.
This past week, the men's and women's track and field teams did an outstanding job at the Mount Olive Trojan invite last Friday. I think our track team's been pretty hot lately. How about you, Kymani?
I feel the same way. Our track team doesn't really get that much coverage, and they are definitely hot on campus right now.
They definitely are. I don't think they've had a bad season yet. Hopefully, we can host more meets here at Central State University in the future. Let's get into the stats of last week's meet. For the women, Capri Dawson, Jalen Bradshaw, Journey Hemsley, and Kiana Mims were all in the top 10 of their respective events. Amariana Lofton took home first place overall in hurdles and high jump, while the 4x4 team also captured a first place overall finish. Darcy Doris finished in first in the discus competition and racked up in second place in the shot put. The men placed in the top 5 thanks to Rennie Gittens Jr., James Lacking, Antonio Wallace, Andrew Drumwright, Javon Warren, and Kyron Oden. The relay teams also took home first in the 4x1 and 4x4. The team's next meet is at Baldwin Wallace University today and tomorrow. Let's wish the team good luck as they continue their winning ways this season. That's it for the Marauder Sports Report.
Back to you, Keante and Shaniyah.
Thanks, Kymani and Dora. That's all the time we have here on the Marauder Land News Update.
Be sure to visit our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube pages for the latest news happening on and off campus. And just remember,
We're here for you, CSU.